Tonight on Southwest Local News. A two-car accident near Hamilton turns fatal after the death of an 83-year-old. Another video showing the state of the train services causes more concerns. The Lighthouse Theatre turns into a Lego lover's dream thanks to a new show. And in sport, the Warrnambool Umpires Association turns 80 years old.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Liam Fitzgerald.
Good evening. A crash in Hamilton last week has sadly turned fatal. Emergency services were called to the Coleraine Road on Friday, June 19th at around 5:15 p.m. The 83-year-old driver and sole occupant of one of the vehicles was taken to hospital in a life-threatening condition, but sadly succumbed to her injuries. The 25-year-old male driver of the other vehicle wasn't injured, but stopped to offer assistance. Hamilton Highway Patrol will prepare a report for the coroner. Anyone who witnessed the incident with footage or information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. A video showing an intoxicated passenger travelling on the Melbourne to Warrnambool train service has led to further calls for the state government to introduce public service officers to all V-Line services. The video shows a female passenger sitting on the floor of the service with an open box of alcohol. It also highlights the ongoing concerns that the services on the line are overcrowded, posing a huge safety risk. According to member for South West Coast Roma Britnell, the video is alarming in many ways and further proves the need for the state government to intervene.
Yeah, this overcrowding has been created by the Allan Labor government. They've taken away the 6 train carriages that we've had in the past, or the N-class where we had 5 carriages, and replaced it with half the capacity that we had in the past. Now, that is unacceptable, and that's what's leading to the main problems. But there's also the issue that's recently been created that started when they removed the booking system. We're still seeing a lot of overcrowding, and people who are getting on the train who haven't got tickets is what passengers are telling me. There are people consuming alcohol openly. There's quite a lot of unsuitable behaviour, and clearly the Allan Labor government are not putting the systems in place that are needed to support the staff to be able to make sure that train travel is safe.
Commuters on the 9:27 a.m. Warrnambool train to Melbourne on Thursday had a delayed start to their trip. A fault was reported at the level crossing on Marnie's Road in Warrnambool. Marnie's Road was closed for almost an hour between Huntingfield Drive and the Homemaker Centre car park. V-Line workers were also able to resolve the issue, which was closed boom gates. Picking up and dropping off at Woodford Primary School is a safer task than it once was. A project that included constructing 15 new parking bays, new footpaths, speed bumps, lighting and a 20-kilometre speed limit is now complete. The project was funded by $70,000 from the Warrnambool City Council and $50,000 from the state government's Tiny Towns Fund. Member for Western Victoria Jacinta Ermacora and Minister for Regional Development Michaela Settle were at the school to celebrate the milestone.
It's really fantastic to be here at Woodford Primary School to see the completion of this wonderful Tiny Towns project. The fantastic thing about the Tiny Towns grant system is it's really about what the community want. And I'm delighted with this project that we've worked with the council and the 2 levels of government coming together to give the community what they want.
Look, it's been a really, really great, and since it was, since it was first completed, we've seen so much usage down here at the school. It's been something the school had advocated for I think it was over a decade, to be able to have better connection, into town and out of town. And when it comes to this, since it was open 2 years ago, we've seen so much usage, and it's been really great. We were only able to do it with the support of the state government, with the Tiny Towns grant of $50,000, and City Council putting in $70,000 to really make a difference for the safety out here at Woodford Primary School.
These Allan Labor government Tiny Towns grants show that the government is listening to little communities and the priorities of small regional communities particularly, and this one here at Woodford is a great example of that.
Drivers will have to get used to lifting their foot off the pedal in the Warrnambool CBD. New speed limits for some of the city's busiest streets will soon be introduced. Lava Croydon and Timor Streets between Banyan and Kepler Streets will change from 40 kilometres an hour to 30. Speed limits will change on the edge of the city as well, but this time they will rise. Canterbury Road is being changed from 40 k's an hour to 50 k's to be consistent with neighbouring streets. The school zone on Bromfield Street from Canterbury Road to Botanic Road will be removed. Police are preparing to clamp down on e-bike users during the upcoming school holiday period. Parents and children are being urged to familiarise themselves with e-bike rules to ensure they aren't caught out riding illegal bikes, which are subject to significant penalties. The legal requirements for an e-bike include a maximum continuous rated power output of no more than 250 watts, motor assistance that cuts off at 25 kilometres an hour, and functioning pedals. Common but illegal modifications include the fitting of an internal combustion engine, a motor which continues to provide power after reaching 25 kilometres an hour, and a toggle switch to override the power and wattage limits. The locally owned Barbecues Galore franchise continues to trade as business as usual despite the upheaval of its former parent company. Earlier this month, Barbecues Galore announced it was closing down, but that franchise stores such as Warrnambool would continue to operate. It was a result seen as coming after the company entered voluntary administration in February. Warrnambool store owner Michael Rowan is buoyant about the store's future.
Yeah, correct. Like, we're just business as usual at the moment, so yeah. 100%. Like, we've got a bit of a transition period coming through, so we'll work through that over the coming months. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, business as usual. We've got plenty of stock in store, as you can see, and there's quite a fair bit on clearance and sale at the moment. So wood heaters are a big thing at the moment, and gas heaters and electric heaters. We've got it all here, so yeah.
Great to see the store continuing on. Warrnambool's Lighthouse Theatre will be a Lego lover's dream this weekend. The venue is hosting the Brick Show, which will be presented by Playwell Events. The show will be held on Saturday and Sunday. It will include Lego displays, interactive play zones, and a brick market for buying and selling. Bookings can be made at the venue. Looking forward to taking Ted there tomorrow. Exhibitions on display at the Warrnambool Art Gallery will help inspire the next generation of artists during these school holidays. The Art Gallery is running a school holidays program across a number of media. These include paper weaving, textiles and printmaking. The concept is for the children taking part to explore the art in the gallery to help them discover their own creativity. The sessions will run on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. The Gillen Boys Foundation has announced the return of its Survive to Thrive Gala Dinner. Held for the first time last year, the success of the event has inspired the foundation to bring it back. The date for the event has been set for October 23 with the Warrnambool Golf Club, the venue. Money raised from the night will go to Muscular Dystrophy Awareness Warrnambool. Representatives from the Murdoch Children's Research Institute will also be in attendance. It's a great event. Finally, the hard work of the team behind the Warrnambool Seniors Festival has been rewarded with recognition at state level. At the LG Pro Positive Ageing and Wellbeing Awards, the festival received a high commendation. This came on the back of the festival providing 59 events for almost 2,500 participants over the past 2 years. This included welcoming priority groups such as First Nations elders, LGBTI plus seniors, plus people living with disabilities, vulnerable men and multicultural communities. And that's all in general news as we take a break. When we come back, I'll have some local sports news and the latest in local weather. Back soon.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and VFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
Are you struggling with that creative endeavour? Are you struggling creating cool digital art? Keep gluing your hands to a friend of yours? Are your 3D prints never turning out just the way you want them? Well, Well, One Day Studios might be the place for you. Your one-stop shop for learning, creating and turning your ideas into a reality. You can have access to everything One Day Studios has to offer. Professional heat press equipment, 3D printers ready for your next design, high-quality cameras and lighting setup. Whether you're brand new or an experienced maker, start creating with One Day Studios.
Lava Street Veterinary Clinic on Raglan Parade is a caring, family-run clinic offering exceptional care at affordable prices. We're the only clinic in Warrnambool dedicated to small animals. Paws, feathers, scales and fins. For over 40 years, our family tradition has been our commitment to your pet's wellbeing. With a purpose-built facility and the latest technology, we provide gold standard care. From community de-sexing days to special offers each month, experience the difference at Lava Street Veterinary Clinic.
Tonight's sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back to the Friday edition of Southwest Local News. Thank you for joining us. Time to take a look at some local sports news now. Warrnambool District Football Umpires Association is enjoying a solid present as it celebrates its past deeds. The association is in its 80th year, a milestone it's celebrated this month with a function for past and present members. While umpire numbers have been a challenge, the association is tracking well this season. Association President Andrew Lockheed says there was a positive feeling within the local umpiring fraternity.
Surprisingly well. We've been able to cover most of our senior games and even run 3 central umpires in most. We've got a great junior contingent, which is fantastic. We can always do with more, but the main thing is we're covering the games and it's good for football in the local region. We had a fantastic weekend over the long weekend in early June. We had past members come up and even stemming back from the 60s and 70s joining in the festivities. So it was a really enjoyable weekend and we made the most of it. But 80 years is an amazing achievement for an organisation like ours to sustain for that duration.
The undefeated North Warrnambool Eagles will be put to the test when they travel to Koroit tomorrow. The last time the teams met was in round 2, with the Eagles getting home by 12 points. The Saints bounced back quickly from that one and have only lost 1 game since. Both teams are in red-hot form coming off big wins last weekend. The Eagles defeated Warrnambool by 83 points, while the Saints were 70-point winners over the Hamilton Kangaroos. Season 2026 will remain alive for the North Warrnambool Eagles if they can pull off a major Round 11 open grade netball upset. The task at hand is to beat powerhouse Koroit on their home court. While it looks unlikely an Eagles win would keep it in contention for a top 5 finish. A loss could see it drop 2 wins behind, with Terang Mortlake expected to defeat Portland and take hold of 5th place. Warrnambool will need all it can muster to defeat the top of the ladder South Warrnambool in open grade Hampden netball tomorrow. One thing the Blues can lock in is a home court advantage, although the Roosters are very familiar with the Reed Oval courts thanks to numerous finals appearances. The Blues are a game adrift of the top 3 and a loss would drop them even further back. For the top of the table Roosters, they need to continue winning to keep second place Koroit at bay. Plenty of local sport happening over the weekend. That's it. It's been a chilly end to the week across the southwest, only reaching a top of 12 degrees. I'll have the rest of the forecast for you when we return.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindaiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to trusted professionals for water quality and filtration. Get in touch today to book a quote or visit our website. ASAP Local Plumbing, your local plumbing experts.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off the tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
We use the Ridley team, make a phone call, I get high quality advice. We tend to have 6 weekly visits from the team where we do a full farm walk and herd health check. They check in on production and the feeding rate. It's something I don't have to worry too much about because I'm always comfortable that they will have it under control. The feed that comes out of Ridley's fully confident every day of the year that it's high quality grain or pellets.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back to Southwest Local News. It's time to take a look at what the 3-day weather forecast looks like over the weekend and into next week. In Port Fairy tomorrow, max of 14 with overcast skies. Overnight temperatures down to around 2 degrees. Sunday, 17 with a low chance of rain with sunny conditions and light winds. Monday, a top of 16 with a shower or 2 and a northeasterly wind. Inland to Mortlake, 13 to start the weekend with morning fog and sunny afternoons. Sunday, a top of 16 with clear skies and overnight lows down to 3. Monday, a high chance of showers and a top of 15, partly cloudy. To Colac and Camperdown, 13 tomorrow with light winds and morning fog. Sunday, mostly sunny conditions with a top of 15. And showers for Monday, a top of 14 with northeasterly winds with partly cloudy conditions. Down to the coast of Port Campbell, a max of 15 for Saturday, overnight temperatures down to 2. Sunday, mostly sunny with 15 and light winds, and 16 for Monday, cloudy with a high chance of showers. Back home to Warrnambool, 14 with clouds clearing tomorrow. Daytime temperatures expecting to reach a top of 14. Sunday, 16 with a slight chance of showers in the evening and a sunny day. 15 to start the week, partly cloudy and a high chance of showers. That's it from your Southwest Local News team for another week. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have missed any of tonight's stories, the bulletin will be available to watch back on demand shortly on Facebook and YouTube, along with southwestlocalnews.com.au. We'll also be on 3-Way FM tomorrow morning. From myself and the rest of the Southwest Local News team, have a great weekend.